An immersion parts washer agitates water mixed with an industrial detergent to clean a mechanical part or piece of metal. A pneumatic lift mechanism moves the platform up and down inside the tank as the water heats to about 150 degrees. A robot loads stainless steel into a laser cutter, using suction cups to manipulate the sheet metal. A CNC cutter uses a 2500-watt laser to cut the steel, following a layout entered in a CAD system. The layout maximizes the number of parts made out of a single sheet. The machine parts come out on an unloading platform where an operator performs a visual inspection. He takes the parts to a CNC folding table. The machine bends the sheet metal to form the outside shell of the immersion parts washer. This is also called the tank skin. A hydraulic bending machine makes flanges in the sheet metal to reinforce the tank walls and provide a surface for welding. This high-end sheet metal forming technique allows workers to produce a series of parts for multiple units. A worker assembles the machine parts on a welding fixture. He uses clamps to hold the pieces in place as he welds them together using an electric MIG torch. Welding such a thin sheet of stainless steel is a tricky job because it's more susceptible to warping from the heat. The tank goes through a 24-hour leak test before painting. A painter applies epoxy and acrylic hybrid electrostatic powder coat. The coat combines the protective strength of epoxy and the resilience of acrylic. The painter places the tank in a massive curing chamber and sets the oven time and temperature. The baking process gives the powder coat a grainy textured finish. A worker grinds down the weld profiles and polishes the top tank walls with fine sandpaper. Another worker brings in the lift arm and inserts it in the tank. He puts the bearing support mechanism in place and bolts it onto the tank. He inserts the rollers that will support and guide the lift arm, then drives a shaft through the bearings. He installs the pneumatic cylinder behind the bearing support and pins it on top of the lift arm. He brings in the agitator pump and installs its 3/4 horsepower electric motor next to the bearing support. A plumber installs the fittings for the tank filter. The filter removes contamination and debris from the cleaning solution. A worker installs the platform and bolts it on the lift arm. He installs a rack on the platform. It's made of grainy fiberglass to prevent the pieces from shifting during a cleaning cycle. After testing the movement of the lift arm and platform assembly, workers install the steel lid on the tank and attach its hinge. Then they check the fit of the lid. An electrician makes the connections for the heat and timer controls and screws the electric panel onto the side of the tank. He closes the electric box, then tests the lift arm, the lid, and the agitator pump. As the lift arm moves up, the platform lifts clean parts out of the water. Washers like this one can clean anything from automotive castings to printing press parts.